Wow, that's really a silent group. Let's make some noise. Welcome, SISmumbai. Yes. Let's make one more noise for breaking the walls of silence today. You must be wondering, what's this? Is it kindergarten? We have come back? No. So I wanted to tell you something. Have you ever pondered, while having 96% genetical makeup similarity between monkeys and humans, how have human beings raced in the revolutionary pace? What makes us different, which our monkey siblings would have not got? Let's establish some facts. So, monkeys can communicate within themselves. They can sense a danger. They can talk about or communicate around food requirements. But can they articulate on the various expressions which perhaps humans are able to do? They can do a lot of stuff. They can sense a danger. But can they differentiate between maybe a lion or an elephant or a snake? I have my doubts. So, what makes us so different? Believe it or not, it is basically our human neural control systems, which helps us to express ourselves, which helps us to articulate what we want to speak. Just given a comparison, a monkey can, on an average, emit around 20 sounds. And guess how many sounds, on an average, human beings can emit? It's around 2,500. That makes us different in terms of our ability to talk, to express within ourselves. So now that we have established the fact that yes, we are able to speak better, we are able to articulate, what stops us from doing that? I have put 2 or 3 points which I have seen in my lifetime. The first one is fear. Back in my school days, yes, I went to school, very much like you guys. Maybe it doesn't look like, but yes, I did go to school, I think 3 decades back. And that time, we were supposed to keep quiet in the class. I do not know whether it still exists in SISmumbai or not. Teachers used to say, I want pin drop silence. I do not know whether it happens here or not, or nowadays, but it used to happen 30 years back when I was in school. So the virtue which was at those days celebrated was not speaking up. It was to keep quiet. Moving on to corporate world, there is also certain sense of fear and humiliation. Am I speaking out of turn? Will I not look very bright in a team of 10 or 15, 20 people to speak up? That exists, not only in schools or colleges or in the educational environment, but also as we go into our corporate world. There's another third factor. I mean, there are a lot of other factors, but I've just put like the 3 factors which I feel are the most important, is social surroundings. If we compare Asian culture, Asian social surroundings versus Westerners, the Asian culture is much more quieter. The ability to speak up is much more homegrown, much more evident in Western culture. So, coming back to what desists us, fear, maybe sense of humiliation, or maybe social surroundings. There could be more. However, you guys do not have to worry about it. You are the Gen Zs. In fact, I failed to recollect how many alternative names are there for Gen Zs. I've heard so many. Zoomers, I generation, digital native, I native, but we're not going to talk. I'll just talk about Gen Zs. I'll just stick to that, but that's easy for me. If you see the Gen Z pop culture, which very much you folks are in today, what's the change is happening? Today there is no bounds and barriers to communicate, to express your views, to reach out to millions of consumers, millions of viewers with social platforms like TikTok, Instagram, there are various ones. Each and every day we see a new one. Gen Zs like you have a great opportunity to talk about your views, to share your views, to get comments, to seek feedback. This was not there before. So you are in that world where you have unfiltered information flow. You have various channels for expressing your opinions. And all this is coming because we have so much of technology built in today's world. Just today when I was testing this whole setup, one of these clickers was not working. So one of these Gen Z coordinators gave me one phone. First time I was actually using a phone. So the clicker was not working and I was worrying that, okay, the clicker will not work. So they gave me a phone and I was told to use the phone as a clicker. Like 2 minutes I was here testing it out and they gave me a new technology. I have never used it. So thank you, the coordinators, for teaching me something new. Next time when I'm presenting and the clicker doesn't work, it happens, technical snag, I can use it. So our foray into technologies is pervasive. There are no bounds and barriers to actually stop us from using technology. So as I was talking about, today we have a plethora of technology. The important part is which one to use and which one not to use. If anybody has done a research on something called Neuralink, if not, I would suggest go to the internet and find out. If you read about that technology, which is of course in the nascent stage at this time, we are going from a man-machine interface to a brain and machine interface. Neuralink suggests and recommends, when it of course develops fully, to implant chips in our brains so that we can directly communicate with any machine, any computer or any sort of device. It will help a lot to treat patients who has disability or has difficulty in communicating. So, even we like it or don't like it, technology is pervasive in our world. And you have all the technology and all the means to go out and talk about your views, to air your views. So, as I wrap up today, there are a few things I want to keep with you. Communication is never or no longer a barrier. It is evolving faster than ever. Every day we have a new app. Every day we are having a new technology. What technology we were talking about 6 months back becomes dated. So, use technology, but use it in a right way. Make sure, as global citizens, you have all the technology in front of you or at your disposal, but you have the ability to make the change if you use it correctly. So, don't hold yourselves back on listening, learning, and innovating. Because as you continue to use technology, as you use the technology at its best, as you use technology in the right way, you are not just breaking down the walls of silence, you are building bridges in a world where anything and everything is possible. So go out, use it, and let's make it happen. Thank you for having me here. Thank you for your patience and listening, and hopefully this was something which you can take it forward. Thanks.